What Merseyside are doing in these next 2 weeks is having a firearms surrender, particularly focused on antique firearms. In April this year, the government legislation changed around this, whereby you had to have a licence to own antique firearms, and they are any firearms that came into existence prior to the 1st of September 1939. Large majority of those will probably have come into people's possessions because they've been handed down by family members or something that they bought as an antiquity. And there may well be, and I do recognise this, some sentimental value around those weapons. The fact of the matter is, burglaries do rise at this time of year. Those weapons, therefore, could fall into the wrong hands during this time, and that's absolutely not what we want. We don't want anyone to be subject to a burglary, but the fact is they do rise. But imagine being subject to a burglary and then the firearm that you do treasure has then been taken from you. Then it's reactivated and then used on the streets of Merseyside. This way, I realise it's difficult, but I'd ask them to look at the wider picture and understand we're doing everything we can around trying to reduce the amount of firearms on our streets, and this is a building block in doing that. It's a preventative approach which Merseyside is absolutely supporting in terms of its policing approach to reduce firearms off our streets rather than trying to react to the issues that they create when they are in the criminal hands. So if members of our community have antique weapons or indeed any other unlicensed firearms, if they dial 101, somebody will come out to their home address, make that weapon safe and dispose of it appropriately, and that way it stops it falling into the hands of criminals. This surrender is just another building block, another preventative building block, and we are one of the only forces in the UK that are taking this on and driving this surrender, and it just shows our absolute commitment to tackling gun crime at every level.